Yo, 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 I'm back again with another video. It's your boy Fresh. Say less, y'all like and subscribe. You know the vibes, man. And we back again with another one. We talking about Gunplay. We gonna get into that. MMG, he used to be with MMG camp, Rick Ross and them. And we finna jump on to, you know what I'm saying, what he been talking about. He been talking about his situation, and his situation is pretty much like I said before. Everything's good when that money coming in and the fame and you're hot. But once you sit down and you ain't as hot as you used to be no more, and things ain't going like it used to go, now you want to blame and point the finger and all this shit. Now, he with the MMG camp, I don't know if y'all remember, he had Meek Mills, he had Wale, Rick Ross the Boss, and they had Styley. They was even supposed to get Nipsey Hussle. That's another story. Shout out Nip, rest in peace. Nip should have went over there though, like he would have been, even though he is what he is, but if he would have went with Ross and them, that'd have been crazy. But he, you know, he did his own thing. Rest in peace, Nip though. But you know what I'm saying? Styley, y'all sleeping on Styley, bro. He was a nigga from Cleveland. Was hard, bro. He used to rap about a lot of like cars, and go check him out. He was decent. And they had some other dudes, even the dude Young Bleed. We gonna talk about him again. So we gonna get off into the footage too. He was talking about complaining pretty much why his career ain't as big as it could have been.
The next question's having to do with him.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, before we switch topics, was it hard for you, you know what I'm saying, juggling the streets and seeing all this money at this young age and pursuing rap, where a lot of time rap requires you to leave the streets alone to focus? Was it hard for you to juggle these two things?
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause it just felt like this. And I'm gonna be totally honest and transparent, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the type of nigga to sit here and sugarcoat shit. But when it was Ross' turn and we was on the road and we was doing everything, and then when you know, everybody was a group effort. When it was Gunplay's turn, it was crickets. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it was hard for me. What you want me to do? Nobody's. It's like I got hit records. Nobody's giving me a budget. Nobody's doing nothing. So what you want me to do?
Hit.
What would you like me? What would you like me to do? Do more? Do more? Give another hit record and do more and never get no money? Or would you? What you want me to see is go back in these streets and go ahead and tap these pockets,
right?
Like I have to do. You see what I'm saying? Like this is what I did. This is what I didn't want to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But since they don't understand and they want to be, oh, okay, we don't know who Gunplay is. Nigga, give me that chain. Let me get all that, because I'm back. You see what I'm saying? That was literally a cry for help for real when I look back and see that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get that.
Right.
Let me get that. So
you showing them like I really would do this.
Yeah, you know, push me back in the street. So I mean, what you really want me to do? Like, you know, I'm for everything. I was down for the program for over 10, 15 years. And it's my turn. And then nobody lifted a finger, made a phone call or nothing for the old boy. See what I'm saying? So what you want me to do?
That's crazy, because you had some killer features.
Outside looking in.
But then when when I'm signed to a label like Maybach Music, I'm my hands tied. It's all up on the big dog. And then if he don't want to get me a budget, then he won't get me a budget.
You and your boss aren't close anymore?
I ain't gonna lie, like, not really. As of lately, nah. I'm, you know what I mean? But you know,
y'all don't talk at all.
Nah.
Was there anything that the industry did to you that you've never publicly said out loud?
Say it one more time.
Was there anything that the industry did to you that you've never actually publicly said out loud?
I mean, I could go in. I could guess. They had me. They had me selling my publishing. Basically sold my publishing for $50,000. They gave me $25,000 up front. We never did a second Triple C album for me to get the other $25,000, but I still ended up paying back $50,000.
What? Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
That's funny.
Yeah, for my first album, and went to them. So I got for that. So Matt Middleton, Megan Price, and everybody who put potholes in my road to success.
Thanks.
Because when that karma knocking, I just hope that you dressed. You see what I'm saying? That's it, my nigga.
Because it's crazy because you see
That's wild.
how you front line. You played the soldier position. You know what I'm saying? When it came to MMG, niggas knew if you with Ross, you with Gunplay. It was just like you didn't have. If you gonna say some shit about this man gonna
That shit
follow
don't
up.
in the industry though, son.
And then you get a hit record. I'm on the outside looking in. I don't know nothing. It just feels like once you get a hit, I can understand if you dropping duds. Man, like, bro, this just ain't it, dog.
And we had
You
yams.
gotta keep working.
We had yams, straight yams. That was the
Yams
first
was
one.
hard,
That was
yeah.
my first record that everybody. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? It didn't make the Deeper Than Rap album. I was told to put on that record to put shout out Deeper Than Rap, promoting the album, thinking it's gonna be on the album. Nah, that was just promoting the album. Thank you. Going about your business. You see what I'm saying? So that was the first one. And the next one was I get called 1:30 in the morning. Never forget it. The Fat Boy called me, say, yo, I got a record for you to get on. Ironically, it's called Nobody's Favorite. And it ironically just happened to be everybody's favorite. The label was even asking when we shooting the video. It took them 5 months to shoot it, and even though it was the most played on it, and Yvette, shout out to Yvette, she just kept trying to push for me. But at the end of the day, he said he wanted it to be a street single. That's what Yvette told me. So I was like, okay, he wanted to stay in the streets. So there's all right. So that was the fourth time, and after that, it's just like.
Nigga. During that time when it was you, Ross, Meek, Wale, Stally,
Torch.
like, what do you remember most from that time working with all these guys? And all these guys.
I'm gonna be honest again, dog. I hate being honest, dog.
Be honest. That's why people love you.
I just couldn't understand why I didn't get a deal.
Right.
Why was I still on Def Jam and y'all was doing that, knowing I was a day one nigga, like knowing, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for saying that.
So it's like
I mean, we was all wondering that.
we was all
wondering that.
But you know, it is what it is.
Thank you
dog.
for saying
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I could honestly say, like when it comes down to it, yeah, if being around somebody, that's not putting anybody on. A person that has put in the work, and then you tell that person, okay, bring me a hit record, and you bring that person a hit record, and nothing gets done, then
And not laughing at my little bro situation, because I got number love for him, but the situation you talking about was saying wasn't no budgets or nothing like that. The distributor had done dropped you. They ain't want nothing to do with you. MMG just ain't give you the bad news. We told you just keep working, just keep grinding. Don't stop, don't quit. Yeah, that's how it go. When they don't want to spend no money on you, ain't no more budgets. You ain't have a manager or none of that. So they ain't tell you. And I ain't want to break your heart. I want you to keep hustling. I always say you one record from being on top. And while I got all you in group texts like, cause you know, Rose always get the word. Make sure y'all plug in this South Beach Brew. This is Ricky Rose, new beer company from right here, South Beach. It's right here, right here. It only makes sense. This is the bomb. It's the best. It's gonna be number one just in a short time. So, fellas, put this in y'all group text. Tell all your I say hi. For young hustlers, I want y'all to just reflect and always remain appreciative of that work that done put in for you. Done put in 20 years of hard working, and when you meet a hoe, y'all start tongue kissing on love and hip hop, and throw the 20 years away, you know, when fall in love and say hoes lawyers and they don't be lawyers and they just, how you feeling now? That's how feel, yeah. So I know how it go. I feel it. I feel you. Hey, that nigga was tongue kissing that. That's funny. You mad, ain't it now? When you reflect and look in the mirror. Damn, man. Yeah, ain't no pause buttons on life, man. You can't pause the hustle. Now get back in the streets. Yeah, like you say, get back in the streets and turn up. Let's go get it. And no, the nigga was cold. Let's be raw. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying with it. But he wasn't Meek Mill. He wasn't Wale. He ain't had that record. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had that record that everybody was fucking with. Like Gunplay had some shit. Like he had some street anthems for Miami and them type niggas, you know what I'm saying, the Haitians and that type of vibe he was on with the chopper, with the Haitians and the wicks in his hair and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That shit was hard at the time. But you had the biggest boss. Rick Ross was hot. I love Rick Ross, whatever, but at the time, Rick Ross was cold. You know what I'm saying? You could have did whatever you was gonna do. You just didn't have that. I don't know. You ain't had that to go to the next level, I think. Because if you did, you would have fucking blew up all the way. You know what I'm saying? Even like if you take him versus Waka Flocka or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically the same type of, other than he had Gucci Man but he took his own shit and ran with it. You feel what I'm saying? What's her name ain't do that. You see what I'm saying? Or Gunplay didn't do that. You feel what I'm saying? You just, I don't know, you was chill, like you was cool, you was relaxing when you should have been hungrier like Meek Mills. Like when Meek Mills went over there, he was dropping Dream Chaser 2, 3, all that shit. He was grinding, you feel me? Dropping all that music and shit. Gunplay was not, he was making it, but it wasn't crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was a big fan of MMG or whatever, what they was doing, because they had a nice little thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially when they all made that album together. I think Gunplay was on there too, but he was good, like, you know what I'm saying, the verses, but he wasn't just like by himself. He wasn't, you know, he had some songs, but he wasn't Meek Mill. That's what I'm saying. So basically now you want to complain because you ain't that big superstar. Later, like Meek Mills could still go do shows. Ross could still do, he probably could do Gunplay maybe, but it got to be some shit that you did with MMG. Ain't like Ross could still do a new song. Like they just did an album together, Shaq and Kobe, that song, Ross and them, and they still can go probably do that and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? But then again, you got to take accountability for what you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You want to go get on Love and Hip Hop, put your business out there, and you know, it's hard to do too, unless you T.I. That's the only nigga I know who can do too, like put his family out there, do all that, and still come back and make a record and shit like that. And T.I. though, you ain't T.I. clearly, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to do that, you know what I'm saying? Go up there, or unless you the Game or something, but the Game, you know, that's not top. But I'm just saying, like, other than that, it's kind of hard to do that. So it's hard to come back from that, you know. Then you on these shows complaining this and that. You supposed to be giving Rick Ross and them praise for picking your ugly ass up, boy. Real talk, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, other than that, and you cut your wicks off, you definitely ain't finna get no play now, because like that was your part of your image, like the crazy dreads and then the whole with the chop crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was reported that you had a lot of legal issues and a lot of problems and shit like that, and a lot of people don't want to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't know Rick Ross, but I'm assuming a nigga of his status probably don't want to deal with all them problems like that, especially if you ain't making the hit records. Like if you making it, if you a Pooh Shiesty or a nigga like, you know what I'm saying, making them hit records, times are different now though than back then. You feel what I'm saying? Back then, the internet was out, but it wasn't as strong as it is now. You see what I'm saying? So motherfuckers ain't gotta deal with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a new rapper, new YouTuber, new whatever every 5 minutes, bro. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. A lot of people probably don't even remember your ass like that, you feel me? But I remember that you didn't have them records. I remember that. Yeah, so you had Rick Ross though. You had Ross. You had some records, but you didn't have the record. Then you want to complain and say like, oh, I didn't have the backing and all this shit. Bro, you had all the backing, the cosign, you had everything, bro. I even remember one, I don't know, was it on the show or something, you giving Rick Ross rollies and all type of shit, bro. I don't know, was that cap or was it for some TV shit or whatever, but you had the money, you feel what I'm saying? And you had the shit. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of time when people fall in love and then, or they be in the streets or they try to outdo motherfuckers or try to, you know what I'm saying? That's when you get fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do all that extra shit. If you would have played like a Tony Yayo type of role towards like 50, but do your own thing. Ross don't even seem like a nigga like 50. 50 wants you to be kind of like his pet or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Not no disrespect to them, but I'm just making an example versus a nigga like Rick Ross would let you blossom a little bit, like be like Meek Mills. Even Meek Mills and them kind of fell out, but they came back together. Understand? Because it's on the boss level. You wasn't on that type of level. You was on like a soldier type of level. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that. And you ain't had the records. You know what I'm saying? So that's on you, bro. So, you know what I mean? You can't really blame nobody but yourself. And then you look up later and they ain't playing your songs like that. They still playing, I remember nights like this, that Dream Chaser shit. They still playing Wale shit here and there. You know they gonna play Raw shit, but they ain't really playing no Gunplay shit. Even Young Bleed had a nice song too. You feel what I'm saying? He wasn't all that, but he was decent. He had a couple of songs. I don't remember none of your songs crazy like that. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all had some shit before even Meek Mills and them came. Y'all had Chevy Riding Hot. I don't know whose song that was, but y'all had all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So you had a bunch of time to do, you know what I mean? And you still can do whatever, but it's just not gonna be on that level like that, you know? So you still got opportunity while you complaining. So I don't know, man, but it is what it is, boy. It's your boy Fresh, man. Say less, I ain't gonna hold you, man, but y'all let me think, is he tripping? Talking about Ross and all these other people in the label, or he just ain't show up when it was time? Is that on him or is that really on the label? What y'all think about that? It's your boy though. I'm out.